समझ नहीं आ रहा अपने सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट का क्या करूं।
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स के एसआईपी का टॉप अप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
क्या समझ में नहीं आया?
बेटा इतना क्या सोच रहा है? अपने म्यूचुअल फंड्स का एसआईपी टॉपअप करा ले। दिस इज द राइट टाइम।
अब समझा।
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.
Every year in India is a heavy political year because every year many elections take place, and every year among the states going to the polls there are some that are significant for particular reasons and some those are more significant than the rest. However, every state election is important. Of course, the most important is the national election year. But remember, there is a build-up to the national elections, and that build-up takes place from all these state elections. This year, 2026, we'll see some key states go to the polls. Think West Bengal, Assam in the northeast, Tamil Nadu, Kerala on the southwestern coast, and Puducherry. Puducherry is a small union territory. Nevertheless, there's an election there. In all of these, fates of key leaders and key parties are involved. We know about West Bengal. West Bengal for the BJP is the final frontier. Remember what Steve Waugh used to say about India? India is the final frontier. Ultimately, he was able to win a victory. He was able to conquer his final frontier, but not the BJP as yet. They have thrown everything at Mamata Banerjee, but she's been able to ride it out. Court cases, arrests of key people, cases against her nephew, his wife, all kinds of things. But BJP has not been able to defeat her. If anything, she's become stronger over time. Her numbers in Lok Sabha in 2024 were even better, much better than her numbers in 2019. That's a big challenge for the BJP. Also for Amit Shah, who's made it a single-minded objective to defeat Mamata Banerjee in West Bengal. That's one. Assam is where the BJP is now seeking its third term in power. This has become possible by almost a half century's work by the ground level RSS volunteers in the northeast, particularly Assam. This is a very valuable state to the BJP. The state also has a key leader whose fate will be determined one way or the other. That is Himanta Biswa Sarma. And another victory for him, he may not have become Chief Minister the first time. Sarbanand Sonowal became the Chief Minister the first time, but he led the campaign for all practical purposes. Another victory for him will cement his place as a national leader of the BJP and also embolden him, also give him strength to claim national leadership going ahead. When competition picks up, looking at the post-Modi BJP, he will then emerge as a definite candidate as well. He must win this election for that reason. However, if the Congress can win back Assam, that will be a big plus because that is where the Congress party has a leader who Rahul Gandhi likes. Rahul Gandhi has patronized Gaurav Gogoi all this while. Gaurav Gogoi is the son of Tarun Gogoi, who was 3-term Chief Minister before that and quite popular in his time. So for the Congress, that's important. It will also test the Congress over other nuances. Those we'll talk about once our political editor, DK Singh, joins us in this episode of Cut the Clutter. And then you have Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, Stalin and DMK are looking for their successive second term. They look very strong, but ADMK and BJP, after some tensions, are now together. There is also the Vijay factor. However, remember, on the fate of DMK also hangs the future of the Congress party, because the Congress party vicariously shares power in Tamil Nadu because DMK is in power. This time, Congress party may even want to participate in the state government there. But remember, a lot of the Congress party's MPs come from Tamil Nadu, and no Congress candidate can win even one seat in Tamil Nadu if the DMK is not with them. The new factor there is actor Vijay, again something we'll talk about with DK once he joins in. And then we come to Kerala. Kerala is a state where BJP doesn't matter so much. It might have done a little bit better in the local body elections in Thiruvananthapuram. It might have won one Lok Sabha seat in Thrissur earlier, that is Suresh Gopi, the actor, but otherwise BJP doesn't count for very much there. The two allies are fighting there. That is the left and the Congress party. The UDF, led by the Congress party, is the challenger, and LDF, L standing for left, led by the CPM, is the incumbent. Uncharacteristically for Kerala, they elected the same government in succession. So this is the left's second term, or I would say more specifically, this is Pinarayi Vijayan's second term. Does he survive in this term? If he doesn't, that means this country will become left mukt. No state in the country will then be ruled by the left. Maybe in JNU, some elements of or some groups of the left will keep winning, although that competition is also getting closer. So for the left, this is a question of survival. If the Congress wins Kerala, on the other hand, that will alter national political equations in the sense that the Congress will get one more state. And in this case, if they win Kerala, of which they should have a good chance, just given the way Kerala votes, if that happens, then Congress will have 3 states in the south. That will make the party quite strong. And if somehow they can win Assam as well, then that will have influence over national politics. To understand in greater detail the prospects in these states and what these might mean, I will now be joined by the master, DK Singh. So DK, tell me what's going to happen in each of these elections.
We don't know, obviously, but it's going to be quite different. You look at 2027 elections, again, Congress is back as the main contender against the BJP in most of the states.
That will be the year after.
But in the next round of elections, you have regional parties with which the BJP has had a tough time actually contending against. So, and you have again battle of personalities. So, if you have the Prime Minister Modi for the BJP, you have somebody like Mamata Banerjee, another cult figure. Pinarayi Vijayan is another cult figure in Kerala. So you have this battle of cult figures.
And Stalin.
And Stalin, of course. So in a way, even Himanta Biswa Sarma is a cult figure in Assam now. So he probably doesn't need Prime Minister's personality cult to work for him. But in other states, BJP will heavily depend on Prime Minister Modi's cult status.
So I know it's a cheap shot, but you could have a situation where the left will lose its last state in India. Effectively, India will become left mukt, but Stalin might win. So Stalin will still be ruling. That's a possibility.
Yeah, and left may still have a few seats, even Lok Sabha seats in Tamil Nadu.
In Tamil Nadu. In fact, the left only has 8 seats in Lok Sabha. Many of these are won on the back of other parties like DMK or maybe Congress and RJD in Bihar and other states. So by itself, it doesn't have much of a presence. And now, if they lose Kerala, then you might have a situation where the left is completely out in India, and yet Stalin continues to rule his domain if he wins. So this happens only in India kind of situation, isn't it? Now, what are the prospects in West Bengal? What are the issues?
Look, West Bengal is a place where, right from the RSS to its political arm, BJP, they have been desperate to win because that's the place from where Syama Prasad Mukherjee came. And it's quite perturbing for them that they have not been able to win in West Bengal ever. So they are looking desperate. They did pretty well in 2019, they did pretty well, and they were on an ascendancy. Suddenly you see that the kind of magic they were able to create in West Bengal in 2019, that did not work in 2024. And if you go by the narrative so far, in the run-up to the next assembly election, somewhere the BJP is not able to get its act together. We saw what happened during the debate on Vande Mataram in Lok Sabha, where this Bankim Da and, the way BJP leaders started, pronouncing the names of Bengali icons. That became a big controversy.
Because you don't refer to Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay as Bankim Da.
Exactly. And the way the TMC has been playing very smartly. So it's not just about Bankim Da and Bankim Chatterjee controversy. When the government decided to rename MNRGA, the smart argument from the TMC came that you are again insulting Rabindranath Tagore, because in the Vande Mataram controversy also the contention or the argument made by the TMC and the Congress was like, people like Rabindranath Tagore and Subhash Chandra Bose had supported what you have in as Vande Mataram that we sing today. So you are insulting them. Then MNRGA, when they decided to remove Mahatma Gandhi, Mahatma name, TMC came back to them that, okay, Rabindranath Tagore had named him Mahatma, and you have insulted him again. You see what Subhendra Adhikari is doing over Gaza thing that you were discussing.
I know he's nuts because he's saying that you should do to Bangladesh what Israel has done to Gaza, while his government, BJP government, actually showing sympathy for Gaza. It's abstaining from the vote on Gaza. It's also trying to restrain Israel, and it wants the war to stop, right? So government has taken a very nuanced view on Gaza. It's in an awkward position. And for their leader in West Bengal now to celebrate what's happening in Gaza and to say that we should do this in Bangladesh, one, it's idiotic. And second, in the run-up to the election, how desperate does it sound?
Yeah, and BJP's biggest drawback is it does not have a face. So when you're contesting against somebody like Mamata Banerjee, who herself has become, as we discussed, a cult figure, you don't have a face to counter her. So you have to focus on issues. And the way you are muddling the entire debate, it goes to Mamata Banerjee's favor in the sense, in the last election also you saw when Prime Minister started giving the slogan, Didi or Didi. She made a big deal out of it, and that worked for the TMC. She had an accident, and then some BJP leaders started mocking at that. That again, the TMC turned into how she's being insulted. So the TMC is very smart, very, I would say, nimble-footed when it comes to their politics. And they are more than a match for the BJP.
On the ground.
On the ground, unlike the Congress. Right from setting the narrative to their presence on the ground. We saw what happened in the SIR. I mean, there were many deletions, but you don't really see the TMC protesting against it. Because on the ground, they were there, they have managed it very well. So organizationally, in terms of setting the agenda, the TMC has been pretty smart. And so it's going to be very tough for the BJP.
And how different is Assam going to be? What are the factors there?
Assam, of course, Himanta Biswa Sarma, although many of his schemes are quite popular, his welfare schemes are very popular. For some reason, he has decided to focus totally on polarizing politics. So we heard Himanta Biswa Sarma talking just last week that he said its Muslim population is already 40%. Officially, it's 2011 census, it was just about 1/3 of the population, but now he says it's already 40%. And there will be a time when they will cross 50%, and then the Hindus will become a minority. And this has been his refrain all these months. He's focusing totally on that. How much it will work and how much it won't, we don't know. But point is, he has done quite a bit of development work there. So in the last election, when we were there, he was not even the chief ministerial candidate. In the 2021 election, he was quite popular. And after that, all his schemes on the ground did wonders. And on the Congress side, well, Gaurav Gogoi is a good face, but then Congress seems to be doing harakiri. I mean, as usual. You heard last time when Mallikarjun Kharge and Rahul Gandhi were there, they were addressing a rally, and then they went after the government's drive against encroachers. And then Kharge promised that, okay, when we come to power, we will rehabilitate them. You know how sensitive this issue is. I mean, it's all about encroachments in Assam. And then you have the central leadership spoiling the entire thing, and the Congress has been on the back foot on this issue since then. So you can trust the Congress to spoil it, and Himanta is going big with his Hindu-Muslim narrative. Let's see how it turns out.
I'm a defender of the back foot. I don't like the idea of back foot being always used for being on the defensive. Yeah. Think of your back foot batters. Virender Sehwag, what would he be without his back foot? Square cut. But that said, back foot actually comes from boxing. Yeah. That's where you're thrown on the back foot. That said, Assam and West Bengal have very, very similar demographic. 1/3 of the voters are Muslim. There's a proposition that I put forth to you that BJP's formula is that in a state which might have 10 to 20% of the Muslim vote, including Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, if it gets 50% of the Hindu vote, it's through, because the remaining Hindu vote will get divided between A, B, C, D, like that. It doesn't work in West Bengal and Assam because the Muslim vote is 33%. So there the BJP needs 60% of the Hindu vote, or say 60% of the Hindu plus tribal vote or 60% of the non-Muslim vote. How come it's able to swing this in Assam but not in Bengal? So the proposition I have for you is, and let's see what you think, is that in West Bengal, BJP is not able to take its Hindu vote to 60%, unlike in Assam, because Mamata has a very good hold on the woman voter. And it's the women, and now we know how powerful women voters are, that they come out and vote for Mamata Banerjee. One, is that true? And second, if so, what is she doing to consolidate it, and what is the BJP doing to counter it?
BJP's strategy has been the same over the last 3-4 elections, including both Lok Sabha and Assembly elections, at least 2019. Again, the entire focus on polarization, which has not really worked. Then they went after Mamata, questioning or throwing corruption charges at her ministers and her nephew. Now, that has also not worked. We saw what happened in 2019 Lok Sabha election. Then this thing about double engine government, where PM Modi becomes the face. But if it did not work in the Lok Sabha election, I really wonder how much it will work in the Assembly election. So is there any change in the BJP's strategy since 2024 Lok Sabha election? We don't really see that.
Are they going to make the same 10,000 rupee promise as they did in Bihar?
It works for the BJP when it is in power. So it can actually send you into your account directly, and then people can feel it. When you are in the opposition, it becomes a bit difficult. Although they did a similar thing in Chhattisgarh successfully. But otherwise, look at the track record. In every state when the BJP is in power, NDA is in power, it's able to transfer that money, and that really has a tremendous effect on the ground.
So West Bengal is the most key of these 4 elections, you think?
Yes.
Most important, with the greatest implications going ahead. Kerala. Let's talk about Kerala for just 2 minutes.
Kerala, I would say, looking at the BJP's silence over attacks on Christians across the country, BJP looks like BJP has lost hope in Kerala in this election.
Because they were hoping to split the Christian vote.
Split Christian vote. And basically they were trying to split the Congress's vote bank. And then you have all these attacks across the country. You remember in Chhattisgarh last time, a few months back, when 2 nuns were arrested, the BJP had come out in their support. I mean, the Prime Minister had intervened, and they actually ensured their release. They were so much anxious about how the Christians would think about this.
But now it's quite embarrassing, quite shameful how the BJP has not spoken about these attacks during Christmas celebrations and after.
So if you're serious, look, what happened after Manipur, we saw what happened in the Northeast. I mean, Congress won in Nagaland. The Nagaland Lok Sabha seat went to Congress after 20 years. In Manipur, they got both seats. They won Tura in Meghalaya. So you had this thing after Manipur election. What happened in Manipur? They were so sensitive about this Chhattisgarh incident I'm talking about, because they were quite hopeful that actually they'll be able to breach that vote bank.
So you think that they've now given up on Kerala?
I'm surprised, because otherwise I don't really see the kind of reaction the BJP had after the arrest of those nuns in Chhattisgarh and what is happening now. The BJP is completely silent, which is inexplicable.
Yeah. And what about the Congress and the left in Kerala?
Congress, although there's a lot of infighting, and we know for chief ministership, there are so many contenders.
And there's also the soul fighter, Shashi Tharoor.
Yeah.
Yes.
But on the ground, I think it has not really worked. It's probably 10 years. And, to be fair to Binary Vijayan, he did try to change things on the ground, to kind of investments he had made into the infrastructure. I mean, he has shaken hands with the industry. I mean, he is pro-corporate, pro-industry. He's
welcomed Adani.
He's welcomed Adani.
Port, yes.
Yeah. So, and we have actually, these things should have made him more popular. But in the local body elections, as we have seen, I think anti-incumbency is...
It's very difficult to get a third term. In Kerala, it was always one or the other. Yeah. I mean, he's winning 2 successive terms is itself unusual.
Then again, in the left vote bank also, if you look at the CSDS's post-poll surveys in the last few elections, their Irawas are their kind of main vote bank. The BJP has made a big breach into that vote bank.
Irawas.
It was about last election. In fact, the BJP got estimated about 30% of the Irawa votes. That's their main vote bank. Others say Nayars, for instance, split among different things, but even there BJP has made a a big inroad. So Congress had this, Congress has solid vote bank of the Christians and Muslims who together constitute about 45% of the population. And Congress gets a substantial chunk of that vote bank. The BJP was trying to, this was where BJP was working on, was trying to split the Christian vote bank, which is about 18%. Going by local body polls, it has not happened. So if these two minorities or a large chunk of them, if they stay with the UDF this time,
and the
it will be
Congress
very difficult for Pinarayi Vijayan to get another term.
Yeah. And Tamil Nadu now,
Tamil Nadu, look.
the left on one side, Stalin on the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So left is gaining from Tamil Nadu, from Stalin. In fact, left has won 2 seats, 2 Lok Sabha seats thanks to Stalin.
Tamil Nadu.
But in Tamil Nadu, in fact, it's difficult because, look, Jayalalitha, she was the star power for the AIADMK. She's not around for the AIADMK now. You have this leadership crisis, this tussle. Now EPS has come up trumps. I mean, he is in control of the party. But then you have so many opposition parties. The anti-incumbency vote is going to get a split in so many ways. OPS, TTV Dinakaran, they were expected, or everybody was speculating, in fact, they would eventually come around and join the NDA. It has not happened. In fact, these two are negotiating with TVK, Vijay. If they go that side, Jayalalitha had consciously cultivated a Tewar vote bank. Now that's split.
So why is the Tewar vote bank split?
Split because now you have Sasikala, OPS, TTV Dinakaran, and these were the Tewar faces in Jayalalitha government. Now you have alienated them, and EPS is not ready to.
About how large is the Tewar vote?
In the southern part, it's pretty influential.
Right.
So you lose that because what Jayalalitha had done, she had got many Tewar faces in her ministry, promoted them, and that's how she cultivated that vote bank. Now that's getting a split. Overall anti-incumbency vote, you see, if Vijay comes, we don't know how much dent he will make, but generally the perception in Tamil Nadu is he may get into double digits, and if he gets away with that, it will be very difficult for the NDA to actually build on the anti-incumbency.
So when you see his crowds, you see the engagement he gets on social media, etc. Looks like he's very popular. But we are all chastened by watching this in Bihar with Prashant Kishore, that he would get all these crowds, all this engagement, but really did not translate into anything. What prospects that Vijay may end up that way, or what prospects that he may actually buck that trend and rise as a real factor?
It's very difficult to say right now, but Vijay, he is looking at now. There is this perception, or at least some kind of comfort for the NDA leaders, that they think that Vijay would be able to eat into the DMK's minority vote bank. To what extent, we don't know, but that's what their hope is. But overall, the kind of crowds is getting, if that gets translated into votes, and those crowds are not of minorities only, that gets translated, we are talking about anti-DMK votes getting a split.
Yeah.
We don't know after that.
Well, we'll know in the course of time. Puducherry, we are leaving out right now. It's a smaller union territory with 1 seat in Lok Sabha, and a BJP ally is in power there, who's quite powerful in his own right. So, what?
But I have a question here, because we were talking about West Bengal and Assam. We left out one crucial factor. So, in March, April, you'll have elections in these states. That will be after the Bangladesh poll results. What kind of impact do you see in Assam?
I don't think Bangladesh poll results will have an impact there. But in fact, it's a good thing that Bangladesh will get done much before these campaigns pick up, because there will be so much talk of the Ghuspatia, the Bangladeshi, that if Bangladesh elections were after this, then this talk would have got more offensive and would have created more negativity in Bangladesh about India. It still will. There is already quite a bit of negativity about India in Bangladesh, and this campaign has already started. But can you imagine if Bangladesh elections are after this? That's why it's a minor mercy that Bangladesh will get done so soon, 12th of February, by which time, in earnest, Assam and West Bengal campaign would not have begun. This is just the appetizer for the year's politics. These are big elections, and you will see us talking about these often. Cut the clutter, visiting this often. DK also joining in often enough. And on that political note, let us both wish you a wonderful, wonderful 2026.